Casita, the banger or bop off the EP, so you say. It was funny how this one started. Ben has a tendency to fly to Arizona.
I was in Arizona at the time visiting my brother and my grandpa down there. I was living in what's called the Casita. Holzmann, a co-producer for this one, was bored. I'm just like, oh, if you want to come to Arizona, you can just fly down.
At the time, we were trying to come up with the concept for the EP.
We started this production, I think in November. I didn't know what to call it, but I wanted to send it back to Michael, so I just called it Casita.
He sent me the loop, so it was the drums and the bass for the verse. This is sick. It didn't sound like anything I've really written to before, so I really thought it would be refreshing for me to give this a try and try to write something that was just constantly upbeat.
This is kind of right when our song Overthinking was getting on Green Bay. The first time I heard it on the radio, I took out my phone and I started recording.
Those guys recorded that in their bedroom in Fond du Lac.
This song was completely built around this horn sample that we found on Splice. It's kind of like an old, like dusty kind of thing, and we EQ'd it in a way, so it's very, all the lows are cut out and all the highs are cut out, so it's called like a telephone EQ. You also boost the mids. So that was, the whole song was kind of built around that. Since Overthinking was like clearly like the hit off our EP, I wanted to like take a sound from Overthinking and put it in this one as well. So I found this Nexus patch called Pluck, or PL, it stands for Pluck, Shapes. And we used that in Overthinking in the beginning of the song. So we just thought it'd be cool to add something kind of from Overthinking into the song. Just add some echo on it too. Some sample delay. I'll tell Michael, like, we should really pick a corner for our sound and just abuse it. So if that means using a lot of the same sounds, like, I think that's a good thing. So we really establish our sound and people can like kind of point and be like, hey, that sounds like an Astronomers song. That's kind of the whole goal, in my opinion, for an artist, is to just kind of establish your own sound. So we use a lot of like the same synths, a lot of the same drum sounds throughout the whole EP.
I thought the production was fitting to write about self-deprecation. So a lot of the EP is kind of just shitting on what we do wrong all the time and trying to figure out why. Fear of being late, or wanting to be by yourself more and not, being very social. But it all kind of ties back to that whole life behind a phone. This song didn't really have a structure to it. And, most songs, it goes verse, pre-chorus, chorus, drop or something for us. But this one was drop, verse, bridge, drop, outro, you could say. Ben might disagree, but I think that's right. And so it was interesting that way, because a lot of the times we would sit and talk and say, okay, how are we going to make this more structural? How are we going to get this to sound like an actual song? And then we kind of thought, well, why do we have to do that? I think it was just very fitting for this song to constantly be in your face and moving, and just that verse repetitiveness, and we felt like that was what kept people's attentions on this song, and people like the song, so that's good. But definitely a fun song to make. The whole meaning behind Casita, again, didn't really have to do with the song. It mostly had to do with Ben being in one when we made it, and I said that's a cool title. I guess if you want to look at it metaphorically, you could say the Casita is a place where you're able to kind of stop and think about what really matters and maybe not be on your phone. So yeah, that's Casita, I guess.
Follow the whole time. What do you think? I can't figure it out.